What's good with you guys, man? It's Grind Life Productions back at it again with another video. I hope you guys been doing good. I hope you guys been taking care of yourselves. And most importantly, I hope you guys been locked in, chasing after your goals, and on the right purpose, on the right grind, and just, focus. Because I want you guys to ignore all of the deception that is going on in the world. I want you guys to ignore all of the things out here that wants to play on your emotions, because over time you're going to start to realize how certain things in this life is only designed to get a reaction out of you. And once you realize that these things are only made to get a reaction out of you, you stop reacting because you realize that it's just no point. It's no point of giving it your time, attention, and energy because it never brings you anything. So we don't need to worry about these things anymore because it just doesn't do anything for us. So why focus on it and why worry about it? Because if you're really smart, you'll realize that you don't have to do anything special. You don't have to do anything crazy. All you need to do is stay focused on what you've been doing. If you're confused on what to do, I feel like the best thing to do is to just sit in silence. Sit in silence and let the answers come to you. Let God speak to you, because so many people complain about not being able to hear from God, but in reality, God is that inner voice inside of you that's telling you to do the right thing. He's like your instincts that's telling you to do the right thing when you're about to go down a wrong path. And we all know when we're about to do something bad. We all know when we're about to do something wrong. Something tells us not to do it, but we go against that and we don't listen to it because we don't feel like it's important. But in reality, for all we know, that could really just be God speaking, and that could just be God trying to tell us that, hey man, chill. You don't have to do that right now. It's not the time for that. It's not the time for that. And I feel like so many of us, we just disregard that notion. We just disregard that voice, and we focus on the voice that's going to help us feel good for the moment. But we don't need to be worried about things that's going to help us for the moment. We need to worry about things that's going to help us like 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. We need to be focused on longevity. One thing that I learned throughout my 22 years of living is, you got to be intentional with your moves. Anything that you do, it needs to be intentional. It has to be meaningful. Everything that you do has to be meaningful. It has to lead up to something, because like when you really look at this life for what it truly is, you'll realize that you are able to manifest great things out of this life, but you need to put in a great amount of work. And there are a lot of things that you must do. There are a lot of things that must be done in order to make these things happen. In order to make these things pop, you gotta sacrifice a couple of things. You might have to sacrifice some pleasures. You might have to sacrifice some friends. You might have to sacrifice, just your laziness, your comfort zone. You might have to just sacrifice procrastinating. And I know a lot of you guys deal with that, but it's time to lock in and it's time to get back on that right track, bro, because nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to save you, man. So you gotta save yourself. You gotta want it for yourself. You gotta be tired of, going through that process endless amounts of time and not getting nothing out of it, bro. You gotta leave it alone, bro. Leave it alone. Leave giving up alone, bro. Because it's like you've been on both sides of the fence. You've been on the side of giving up, and you've been on the side of pushing on, being strong. So it's like, bro, like how many times are you going to just make that same excuse and say, man, I know I could have kept going, but, I just felt like I needed to stop. No, do not stop. Do not stop. For all you know, you could be one step away from your breakthrough, bro. You could be one step away from your breakthrough. Stay locked in. Stay locked in. When I was in church earlier today, the pastor's my cousin, but yeah, my cousin, he talked about, staying in the tent. And, the tent is just staying in the walk with God, staying in the walk with Christ. and just doing the right things, staying in the tent. So it's like when things get critical, you got to stay in the tent. You got to keep on putting in work. So when he was saying it, I was just thinking to myself, man, I was just thinking to myself, I know I go through all these temptations. I know I go through all these struggles and stuff. And, it kind of gives me reasons for why I should just, take a break and just like relax for a little bit and just take a break away from the grind. But this is what I need to understand. I never needed to step away from my grind. I never needed to step away from working hard. I just needed to stay locked in for just a little bit longer because, I realized that time is going to pass whether I do something or whether I do nothing. So, I would rather have my time mean something. So I want to do something useful with my time. I don't just want to be wasting my time, bro. Wasting my time gets me nowhere, bro. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of not living up to my full potential. I'm tired of living with the fact knowing that I could have did more, but I just didn't do it because I felt like I deserve rest when I'm in my early 20s right now. It's like, bro, I got all the energy in the world, bro. Like, I'm literally on this challenge right now where, me and my friend, we going on like a no smoking challenge. So it's like, bro, I got all the energy in the world right now. Like, I'm not high or anything like that. So, all I could do is just bang these videos out. Why not just bang these videos out every day? Why not just get this money in every day, bro? Why not just stay locked in on my goals? Why not just stay locked in on my dreams? Like, if I don't like how something is going, best believe I'm going to change it because nobody is going to come and change it for me. I realize that now, and I know that now. And, I'm not even mad at it. I'm not even mad at the world. I'm not even mad at how things are. I just take it for what it is and I run with it. I take it for what it is and I just deal with it. I take it for what it is and I'm like, I don't even care anymore, bro. I'm just going to get the work in because at least I'll be able to, like, when my time comes, when God calls my name, at least I could say that, I did everything that I felt like I should have did. I felt like I did all that I could do. I probably didn't make all the right decisions, but I did everything that I could do. I did everything that I could do to, just be able to live with myself at the end of the day. Because honestly, I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I wasn't putting in work. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I wasn't doing my best. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I was just, limiting myself, bro. In this life, do not limit yourself, bro. You only get one. You only get one. So why not go all out, bro? Why not go all out? Why not just, work to your maximum, bro? Go to your maximum potential. Sometimes you just might need to get away from other people, bro, because, most people may not understand your journey. They may not understand your goals. So, you just might need to separate from these people. And I understand it may be difficult and it may be hard, but it's just something that you got to do. Because I was having a talk with my uncle, and he makes a good amount of money. He's living pretty good. He told me that before, like, he got to the point where he's at right now, he had to take some time and be alone. Mind you, he has a wife right now. He said even when he was with his wife, he even had to stop talking to, like, his wife wasn't his wife at the time. He was like his girlfriend pretty much. But he said he even had to stop talking to her because he had to get his life situated. So, life as a man, it's not easy. Like, we all go through things, and there's no, like, rule book on how you should do everything because, life happens so fast and, sometimes it can get overwhelming and sometimes it can get stressful. But, one thing we need to remember is that we serve a God who is all powerful. We serve a God who can do anything. We serve a God that gives us hope in the darkest of times. So as long as we focus on that hope and allow that hope to keep us strong to see, like, brighter days and better days, I feel like that's all that matters. And especially if we got a game plan for what we trying to do, and especially if we got a game plan for where we're trying to go, bro, there's no telling how high we could go. We just got to focus in and lock in and get it done, bro. So it's like, me personally, I can never stop preaching this positive message because this is all I believe in, bro. I don't even care if, like, a few people receive this message, bro. As long as I know that somebody's getting it, and as long as I know that somebody's benefiting off of it, that's all I care about, bro. That's all I care about. So, people are gonna probably tell you whatever. People are gonna probably tell you that, oh, you doing the wrong thing, you should be doing this, and instead, and the whole time you don't even care about what they're telling you about. You just want to, deep down what you should be doing. So You don't even got to ask all these questions. Now, it's good to inquire about certain things, but if you know you don't need to ask any questions, and you know what you're trying to do, bro, yo, don't waste time. Just get it done. Don't even waste time talking about it. Don't talk about it at all. Like, bro, once you put the work in, the actions will speak for themselves, bro. People will notice it. People will catch on. People will catch on to the game that you given, bro. People will know. People will know. You don't gotta say nothing. You don't gotta say nothing, bro. You could just really move, like, just be automatic, bro. Like, that's what I'm all about now. I'm all about being automatic, bro. If I'm not automatic, then it's not a good day for me, bro. But it's like every day, like for the past few weeks, it's been pretty good because I've been automatic. And in life you got to live by that. Like, being automatic is a lifestyle, bro. That's not something that you just do one time. It's something that you do all the time without even thinking about it, bro. I gotta be automatic in my life. In all areas of my life, I gotta be automatic, bro. So I gotta make sure, sometimes I might have to stay up late a couple of times just to make sure certain things get done, because I'm a strategy type of guy. I'm a strategic guy, and I want to make sure things are done. Even when I'm not able to get to it, I want to make sure it's complete and out the way, so it's already getting done. So I plan for these things, bro. So map it out, trap it out, draw up the plan, execute it, and you gonna be good, bro. It's nothing that you need to overthink about, bro, because overthinking not gonna get you nowhere, bro. You're just gonna waste time that you're not gonna get back. How instead of just wasting all that time overthinking, how about you just knock it out the way? How about you just get started? How about you just get started instead of being scared, bro? Instead of being scared, just get started. Just get started, bro. You got this. You know what you should do. You know what you got to do. Just stop playing around with yourself, bro. People going to lose respect for you because they just see you talking. They see you not serious about nothing. They see, like, you don't really care about your dreams for real, because all you care about is just having something cool to say. But honestly, that's not cool at all, because you're not doing anything with that. You're not making anything happen with that. So, screw what you talking about. That's why I don't even like telling people my plans, especially when I'm not doing anything. Now, me getting excited about it while I'm doing it, that's one thing. And I try to abstain from that, honestly. But, that's one thing if I get excited while I'm doing it. But if I'm not doing it at all and I'm just talking about it just, to make myself sound cooler, bro, what is that doing for me? What is sounding cool doing for me? What is sounding cool doing for my pockets? What is sounding cool doing for my personal growth and my personal development? It's not doing nothing, bro. Remember, guys, be intentional with everything that you do. Be intentional, have purpose, have meaning with everything that you do. Every step that you take, have meaning with that. Every person who you speak to, have meaning with that. Learn stuff from people, bro. Like, don't just be out here wasting information, wasting knowledge, wasting time, bro. We can't afford to do that right now. Bro. We got to get serious. And I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, bro. If you don't feel like you living up to your full potential, you need to cut off whatever is stopping you. You need to cut off whatever is holding you back, because if you allow it to keep on holding you back, then it's gonna continue to hold you back for life. Because in this life, bro, nothing can keep you caged in unless you allow it to keep you caged in. Nothing in this world can hold you down unless you allow those things to hold you down. Like, honestly, the biggest battle in this world is not fought against anybody else out here. It's fought against yourself. You're going against yourself on a daily. You're outperforming yourself on a daily. Matter of fact, your goal is to outperform the person that you was yesterday, so you can be something better, bro. So you can be something greater. That has always been the goal. You may have forgotten about it, but I'm here to remind you. The goal is fighting you. The goal is facing you, facing your scariest thoughts, facing your fears, facing all of that. That is the goal. Focus on it, lock in on it, do what you got to do, and that's how we're going to get it done. Man. So yeah, bro, you already know what it is, man. Join the Discord if you rocking with me. Join the Grind Life community. We getting active in there, and we getting to the money, and we handling business, man. But yeah, with that being said, this has been Grind Life Productions, and we signing out. Peace.